Hello, good afternoon. Namaste. My name is Jovon from Downey Yoga. Welcome. We're going to be doing a 60-minute Relax Restore class. This is a restorative class. So while I'm explaining to you what Relax Restore is, these are the props that we're going to be using. So today we will be using a strap. If you don't have a strap, please grab yourself a block. Go ahead and grab yourself a belt or maybe a scarf. One moment, is everything okay? Are we recording?
Yeah, no, it's recording.
Okay, cool. All right, we just want to make sure that we are live and going. Okay, good. So, two blocks. If you don't have blocks, just grab yourself some extra blankets. Two blankets, again, any size, a bolster. And if you don't have a bolster, grab yourself some extra blankets. So with the blankets, you can always roll them up, or you can fold them up into a very dense square as well. So go ahead and grab your props so that you can get ready, and just a little chit chat just to introduce anyone who's never done this type of class before, the concept of it. It is actually a challenging class in terms of keeping the mind still and as well as the body, because we are beings that like to move around, especially in this time of day. We like to move around a lot. If we're not doing something and moving around, we feel there's a sense, or we feel a lack of being proactive to be better at something. So we can right away feel this anxiety or stress or tension. We can already start to identify these things these feelings in our bodies. And this is absolutely normal, because we're asking ourselves to all of a sudden sit and be still. But once we allow ourselves and give the permission to sit in stillness, the practice is very, very beneficial. It's very relaxing, and there is a lot of benefits. Stress reduction, allowing oneself to just be in a space of serenity. It also benefits in terms of having your mind come into a meditative state. And physically, it also helps with strengthening and stretching, releasing any tension in the fascia, because we are lightly stretching and we're supporting our body, so it's not a deep tissue stretch where we're getting into the skeletal muscles, possibly even deeper. Then we're actually staying more superficial just on that layer of the fascia. Because that element of our body, the fascia, which covers our entire body, needs to be exercised as well. It needs to be thought of as well. It's a very, very vital part of our health and our well-being. And it also helps with range of motion. If you're coming back from an injury, this helps to rehabilitate. So we are relaxing, but we're also restoring, okay? So we're restoring health, well-being, not only just from the, gross body, right? But from the subtle body. So just kind of beyond that. And then also with our body-mind, okay? Just connecting the mind and body together as union. I like to start off in a seated position. So hopefully you have all your props. I like to place a blanket down to add extra cushion for my feet and ankles, and a bolster right behind it. Find any comfortable seat. Place your hands on top of your lap. And when you inhale, whenever that inhale comes in, shrug your shoulders all the way up into the ears. Okay, even tuck your chin. Make this funny little shrugging, like a turtle putting its head back into its shell. Exhale, roll the shoulders back and down. Inhale, shrug your shoulders all the way up into the ears. Exhale, back and down. One more. Inhale in, shrug, shrug, shrug. And down. Tune into your breath. Relax your facial muscles. Notice the sensation of the release. Right when you start to release these muscles in your face, just notice that sensation of like it. There's only a sound effect that comes to mind. It's like this. Ooh. Okay, it's just this very softening and turning off any energy, any clenching, any of that gripping sensation that you feel in your head and face, neck. Maybe the tongue begins to rest on the bottom of the mouth as a kindly reminder to the self of relax. Start to draw the breath in and out of your nose very evenly, as even as you possibly can, incorporating our samavriti, even breath. Notice the natural pauses of the breath at the top of the inhale, bottom of the exhale. Take a breath in through the nose, very big breath. Open the mouth, sigh of relief. Let it go. Inhale deeply. As much breath as you can possibly get into your body, filling up the thoracic chamber and the abdominal chamber. And just let it go as loud as you want. One more time. Okay, allow this breath, this third one, to be bigger than the previous two. Maybe biggest breath that you've taken all day. Hold it. And remember, you are in the comfort of your own home or wherever you are at. No judgment. Let this breath go all the way. If you want to make a sound, grunt it out, saw it out, get all the breath out. And then continue with your samavriti. So breathing in, breathing out. No need to rush the breath. Just allow it to just allow and be open for the breath to come into its own natural rhythm. Okay, so breathing in, breathing out. Today, I would like to dedicate the practice to breathing deeper. I think it's safe to say that all of us have experienced the holding of the breath when you're busy doing something and you're very focused. Just like the eyeballs, when they're focused on a screen, the eyeballs, or the eyelids, excuse me, your eyelids don't blink as much. Your eyelids stay open because you're very focused. Your eyeballs are very focused. And same thing what happens with the breath. Sometimes when we're very focused on something, we forget to breathe. And then we breathe very shallow if we are focused on something but experiencing stress. So today, dedicate your practice to breathing deeper, bringing yourself back to the deep breathing as many times as you need to. Well done. Gently flutter the eyes open. Our first pose is going to be in a supported constructive rest position. The psoas muscle, which is connected to the anterior part of the T12, thoracic vertebrae 12. It connects in front of the spine, right? And then it goes down this way. And then it hooks to the lesser trochanter. So it actually goes in and it hooks. Now this psoas muscle is actually a fairly large muscle, very long, and it holds almost as many nerve receptors as the brain. So it's emotional. It reacts and it holds emotion. Another cool thing about it is it connects the upper half with the lower half of the body. It is very, very close to the diaphragm and very, very close to the adrenal glands. So when the muscle feels tense, it is also sending this energy to the adrenal glands and as well as the diaphragm, and vice versa. Okay, it's this exchange of energy. So what we're going to do so that we can allow ourselves to breathe deeper is try to relax as much as possible the psoas muscle so that we can try to get all of this very, very soft and very relaxed so that we can breathe deeper today. Okay. Oops, almost fell back. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll place one blanket towards the back of your mat. Now, if you don't have a bolster, don't worry about it. You can use a blanket. I'm going to place that here. Then, with your other blanket, or maybe even two, we will have it in this shape, so kind of long. Place that off to the side. When you come down, you want only your head to be on the support of the blanket, so that means your shoulders are resting on the floor. Your feet will go on the bolster, and the feet will be positioned a little bit wider than hips distance. Okay. Then you'll knock the knees inward. Okay, position the feet so that they feel comfortable. Okay, if you are on a surface where your foot, the prop that you're using to rest your feet on is sliding, see if there's something that you can use to stabilize and grip. The blanket that we have off to the side, we're just going to throw it onto the knees. And allow it to drape over. This helps to keep a feeling of security. Make a cactus shape with the arms and shimmy the shoulders down. Begin to close your eyes. Take a big breath in. Make any little adjustments that you need to find just right. Today we're not going to be doing many poses. We want to use the time in each pose to really dedicate deep breathing. if your mind begins to wander, welcome the idea of having a wandering mind. Instead of judging yourself for the thoughts that are coming in, instead of thinking that you're doing something wrong, all you have to do is acknowledge that that is exactly what's happening and let that be. Return your mind into this present moment by breathing deeper. Notice how your body welcomes the breath in. Relax more. Breathe deeper. to come out of the pose, begin to take a big breath in, big breath out. Gently flutter the eyes open. Heel toe the feet. Hips distance, extend the legs forward. Stretch the arms towards the back of your mat. Give yourself a nice stretch. Let's place the blanket on the abdominals and maybe the chest area. With your bolster or your blankets, scoot it towards the hips a little bit. Your feet are going to be, knees are bent, feet are the width, are wider than the hips, excuse me. And we're going to knock the knees over towards the right. So have your legs supported by the bolster or your blanket. So it's in this shape here, just resting down onto the bolster. Okay. So you'll notice how the left hip swivels up. Okay. Make any little adjustments here. Tee the arms out. Look over towards your left shoulder. Once you found just right, take a breath in, breath out. you're ready to come up and out of the pose, take a big breath in. And twist to the legs, be gentle. Bring the knees in towards the chest, Apanasana. And slowly rock gently side to side. When you're ready, come onto the second side. Again, making any adjustments to your props. As a kindly reminder, we want the props to support the body and not the other way around. So making those adjustments. There's no right or wrong way to have the legs. If you like to have the foot tucked in any way, you can go ahead and do that. Tee the arms out, look over to the right shoulder. Breathe deeper and relax more. Invite the breath in all the way deep down to the parts of your lower belly. Slowly begin to draw the knees towards the chest. Maybe a happy baby if that feels good for you. Okay. Bring the knees towards the chest one more time and roll on to whichever side is comfortable for you. Good. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit more relaxed than when you started class today. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to use our strap and we're going to use everything right now. Okay. So you can roll up a few blankets for this pose if you don't have the blocks, or and then of course use a belt or a durable scarf. So we're going to place one block on the highest setting and the second block on the lowest setting. Blanket right on top of that to cushion. So nice big rolled up blankets would work here. Okie dokie. So let's see here. This second blanket, I'm actually going to use myself to cover because it feels really good when you can keep your body at about room temperature. Your body is more relaxed. When you are still, your body gets cold. So if you start to feel cold, the body will clench up, and then you're not breathing as deep as we want to breathe. Okay, so you're going to scoot a little forward and place the bolster behind your hips. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to actually lift our hips and sit on the bolster. Let's take a hold of the strap and loop the strap around the hips. Not the waistline, but the hips. Okay, so lower. Bring the soles of the feet together. Now your strap or belt, hopefully it's long enough. If it's not, what you could do is you can make a roll with the blankets and just kind of tie the feet. You could do that too. So the strap is going to go over the thigh. Okay, this is basically where the psoas is. We have our buckle here. And place the tail through both of the rings. Okay, both of the rings. There we go. All right, we're going to get the slack here. Then split the rings and the tail goes through the back. So that way when you pull, you're creating the resistance here. Not too tight because we want to make sure that we have some space for us to lie down. Just going to untangle that a little bit. Good. Keep the strap close by just in case you need to make an adjustment. Again, not the lower back, right below. Okay. Lift your hips, send the tailbone forward. Oh, I think this fell out of place. Okay, there we go. Then your shoulder blades will rest on the first block. Okay, I just noticed that my buckle of my strap is digging into my inner thigh, and I don't want that. So if you feel the same, make sure that you make the adjustment. You can always tighten it if you like. Okay, this strap here should be pulling, okay, the glute meat down so that way you have some more space in the sacrum. Then the second block, or the highest block, will support the head and neck. And I'm going to rest my blanket on top of my chest and my belly. Okay. press the arms down by your sides. Okay, they could be out like a T for more of a pectoralis major and minor stretch, such a chest opener. Okay, get a little extra stretch, or down by the sides, whatever feels good for you. Okay. Then surrender into the props. Let them support you. Make any little adjustments so that way you can relax more. Take a big breath in. Breathe into the belly. You're ready to come up out of this pose. Take a big breath in. Maybe reach the arms up. Cactus, shape them down. Notice the stretch in the arms and the chest. And sweep the arms up and over. Cactus, shape them down. One more on your own. You have a blanket on your chest. Place that blanket off to the side. Start to pull your knees in towards the chest. You'll keep that Baddha Konasana shape so that way you can slip your feet off the strap. Hopefully it wasn't too tight so that you can do that. Extend the legs forward, roll the ankles, the toes. I'm going to take our time getting out step by step. Rolling off to whichever side is comfortable for you. Use your elbows and forearms to gently press yourself up. Place pops just off to the side. With the strap, you can take it over the shoulders or down the feet. We won't be using the strap any longer, so you can place that off to the side. Okay. Blocks or your blanket will go to the front of your mat, and you're going to place your calves right on top of that. Okay, and then the bolsters right at the thighs. Let your feet hang off and just be loose and relaxed. Feel free to cover yourself with one full blanket. So while we're sitting up, that way we can make sure that the feet are covered. Your second blanket, place it towards the back as a nice headrest. Do your best to make it nice and neat for yourself. You could even fold it up if you need a little extra support. Once you get down, you can customize that to make it more supportive for your body. Making your way down slowly but surely. Covering yourself. Okay, you want to cover yourself all the way to the neck. The only reason why I'm not doing that is because I don't want to scuff up the mic, but all the way to the neck. Get your shoulders and everything. Cover your arms in, palms facing up. Make sure that before you do that, make sure that your head and neck are supported and comfortable. Take a big breath in. Lick your lips and swallow. Let your tongue rest on the bottom of the mouth. Give yourself permission to let go of the breath. Give yourself permission to let go of the grip from sinking into the earth. The clenching in the face. Welcome yourself here as your body has and does welcome every breath that you take. Softening your toes and feet. You need to wiggle them to remind them that you acknowledge how they feel and that it's okay to relax and loosen. Your shins. Your shins are sinking down right through the calf muscles and into the blocks. They're sinking down. So your lower legs and feet feel very heavy. Thighs, inner thighs, outer thighs. All of the muscular tissues are softening. Notice how the base of your sacrum is comfortably supporting your pelvic bone. There's some space in the lumbar spine as it curves up, a mini little bridge, natural curve of the lumbar. The stomach, the chest, soft, relaxed. The upper back, and the shoulders, the back of the shoulders where the trapezius muscles reside. Soft. You can feel your shoulder head sliding down earthward and the collarbones broadening. The upper arm, lower arm, heavy. Feel your bones heavy and relax. Your palms and fingers loose and relaxed. Free from any gripping or clenching. Neck muscles and the jaw. A lot of big strappy muscles here. They are all beginning to soften and be loose and relaxed. The forehead becomes very smooth, so smooth, not a wrinkle in sight. Eyelids and eyes, lips, tongue. Your face is so relaxed that it feels like your cheeks are melting off of your face. The scalp, you can feel the hairs in your scalp even relax. This is it. Let your body rest. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. If you feel the need to stay in your Shavasana a little bit more, by all means, I invite you to do so. You can take as many minutes more as you like. Take your time coming up. There's absolutely no rush. Remember to come onto your side and then press yourself up into a comfortable seat. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon, for taking the time out of your day to stream live with us, or maybe you're watching this pre-recorded. Either way, thank you. All of my gratitude and appreciation. Namaste. Thanks again for practicing with us and staying connected. If you like the video, please press the like button. You can always write a comment. Send us a message, send us a request. It's really important that we try to stay connected as much as we can with each other during this time. If there's something in particular that you would like to work on, or maybe in another class that you want to learn something in particular, please let us know. Okay? We appreciate your contributions and your donations. You can find us on Venmo. Downey-Yoga is where you can find us. Any amount is a suggested of $10, but any amount that you can contribute keeps us alive during this time, and it is absolutely greatly appreciated so that we can stream these videos for our community, in which we miss so much. Thank you again. See you next time.